When did your romantic relationship with Mr. Wade end?
It's sometime in, I'd say late summer of 2023.
A few moments later.
And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us. Now, y'all, today, somehow, some way, as you saw in the coming up, and we're gonna see more of this in a few, so you know, hold your horses. But somehow, some way, there's surveillance video of Nathan Wade and Fani Willis. It looks like they're going on some kind of romantic jaunt, right? And it appears that this romantic getaway, now I'm only saying romantic, we don't know for sure that it was romantic, so I may be embellishing a little bit. I mean, yes, they used to have a romantic relationship. They claim that it's over. Okay, we're about to get into that. And who knows, maybe they're now just friends, and you know, maybe they're just going on a friendly flight or whatever they're doing with suitcases in the airport. Who knows? So y'all, first of all, let's set the scene, okay? And then we're gonna get into this. Now, why is this important? Because this is kind of tabloidy, kind of gossipy, but the only reason that this really matters is because Fani Willis, when she decided she was going to prosecute Donald Trump, she hired Nathan Wade as the special counsel for this prosecution, and she started to pay him out of the public money. See, he doesn't work for Fulton County. He doesn't work for Georgia. So she hired him as an independent lawyer or an independent law firm, and she started to pay him out of the public money. Well, they had a romantic relationship at that time. See, Fani and Nathan Wade say that they had not started the relationship at that time, but other people say that they had already started the relationship. It's more damaging for them, for Fani and Nathan, if the relationship already existed, because essentially at that time she's hiring her boyfriend to work on the taxpayer's dime.
Let's be clear. 2022 was the start of any intimate sexual relationship with the district attorney.
Did you talk with Ms. Willis about her romantic relationship with Mr. Wade?
Yes.
Did Ms. Willis tell you on more than one occasion that she was engaged in a romantic relationship with Mr. Wade prior to you leaving the district attorney's office?
Did she tell me or did I observe?
I'm saying right now what to tell me.
Yes.
Did she tell you that in the year of 2020?
Yes.
In the year of 2021?
Yes.
Are you certain that Ms. Willis told you about the romantic relationship with Mr. Wade prior to November 1st of 2021?
Yes.
Now, did you also have observations of Mr. Wade and Ms. Willis together prior to November 1st of 2021?
Yes.
And are those observations, were those in a social setting?
Yes.
And did you observe them do things that are common among people having a romantic relationship?
Yes.
Such as, can you give us an example?
Hugging, kissing, just affection.
So as you can see, there are at least two different versions of events, right? Fani and Nathan say that they were friends beforehand, before she hired him, and they only started getting busy after she gave him the Trump case, okay? That's their story. Where other people, in particular the lady that you just saw who used to be Fani's friend and used to work with Fani, says no, they were doing this thing well before that. So who are you gonna believe? At any rate, Fani says that the relationship is now over. She testified to that last year in 2024. So let's take a quick look and see what Fani has to say about the relationship now being terminated. Now, this was as of that time, right? So did they get back together afterwards? Who can say? But as of that time, she said, look, we're done.
When did your romantic relationship with Mr. Wade end? Did it end?
Me and Mr. Wade,
We are good friends. My respect for him has grown over these 7 weeks of attacks. We are very good friends. I think, but for these attacks, it would have been a friendship that, as life goes, he would have stopped having. I think that you have cemented that we'll be friends till the day we die.
Could we just have an answer to the question?
I can handle Mr. Seda. Let's have it.
She asked about a personal relationship.
She asked when the romantic relationship ended. That's the question.
It's sometime in, I'd say late summer of 2023. So I don't believe men, this is what you're really asking about. This is the salaciousness of all of this, right?
No, I'm just asking about your romantic relationship, when you stopped dating.
I think that me and Mr. Wade, so he's a man, he probably would say June or July. I would say we had a tough conversation in August. So that men in relationships at the end of physical intimacy, women in relationships when that tough conversation takes place.
Okay, so according to Fani, as of summertime 2023, the relationship had ended. Now, the interesting thing is, well after that, okay, once all of this blew up and the whole world learned about their relationship and it was supposedly already over, Fani's daughter got caught up on a traffic violation. I think it was a DUI, and she called Fani. And wouldn't you know, when Fani showed up to help her daughter, Nathan Wade showed up with her. Now, they might just be friends, people. Don't jump to any conclusions. Friends show up with friends to help their daughter. That's something that's well within the world of normalcy, normality, and possibility, right? But people started thinking, hey, hold up, y'all seem to be, running around a lot together to be just friends. Again, this is very gossipy, y'all, so, forgive me, but we're developing everything because at the end of the day, y'all, Fani is still trying to get back on the Trump case. Fani is still going to be hauled in front of the Georgia Senate to answer for her relationship with Nathan Wade and with the money that she paid out to his law firm, approximately $600,000 or $700,000. So, I'm developing all the events for y'all so that you know everything that has happened up until now. So the most recent development is the Daily Mail somehow got their hands on this footage of Fani and Nathan Wade in an airport, apparently, with that luggage, about to go catch a flight, right? Now, look, they're public figures. They must know that if they appear in public together, somebody might recognize them, somebody might film, right? So I don't know exactly what this is all about. I'll leave it up to you to jump to your own conclusion. The Daily Mail says that this footage was taken after 2023 when they supposedly had ended the relationship, but they didn't say an actual date. So I don't know what date this was. And also, of course, we don't know what they were doing. They could just be doing something friendly. They did say this was out of LAX, so that would have been Los Angeles Airport. Now, y'all, I want to hear what y'all have to say. I know these are going to be some great comments, y'all. Do your best work in these comments, please. But before you put the comment in, please stop, hit the share button. Who would most want to know about this? Just think, search your brain, put in that person's email or text message, or send it to them on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, however you send this out. And also, if you're not a subscriber, please do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. We love y'all. Love y'all so much. I thank y'all for watching. And y'all, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna let this testimony from Fani play for anybody who's just not ready to finish this video. This was some good testimony, y'all. So anybody who's not ready to finish this video, just get ready to relive. And if it's your first time, get ready to live the Fani Willis show, so you can see what type of person we're talking about here. Other than that, y'all, thanks for watching, and let's go ahead and get into it.
Our personal relationship ended in this year. So let's be very clear so that we don't mix words. I don't want to mix words in here. Mr. Wade is my friend right now. Mr. Wade, I would say, has been my friend since 2020. I think he started out as like a mentor and a professional colleague. He became my friend and somebody that I really respected. I feel very indebted to Mr. Wade for taking on the task of this job. And he is certainly my friend and one of the people that I respect the most. So if you ask about a personal relationship, I consider myself to have a personal relationship right now, Mr. Wade. I consider myself to have a personal relationship with Anna Cross. I consider myself to have a personal relationship with Mr. Abadi. I consider myself to have a personal relationship with Andrew Evans.
Okay, let me just clarify that
I
before we
have
go.
a personal relationship with him as we speak right now.
A romantic
I don't think that's what you're asking. I think that's what
Romantic
you're asking.
relationship. When did your romantic relationship with Mr. Wade end?
My-
Did it end?
Me and Mr. Wade, we are good friends. My respect for him has grown over these 7 weeks of attacks. We are very good friends. I think, but for these attacks, it would have been a friendship that, as life goes, he would have stopped having. I think that you have cemented that we'll be friends to the day we die.
Let's.
Could we just have an answer to the question?
I can handle Mr. Seda. Let's have
She
it.
asked about a personal relationship.
She asked when the romantic relationship ended. That's the question.
It's sometime in, I'd say late summer of 2023. So I don't believe me and, this is what you're really asking about. This is the salaciousness of all of this, right?
No, I'm just
when
asking
you're
about your romantic relationship, when you stopped dating.
I think that me and Mr. Wade, so he's a man, he probably would say June or July. I would say we had a tough conversation in August. So that men in relationships at the end of physical intimacy, women in relationships when that tough conversation takes place.
And where, when did he come to, I guess the condo, I'm not sure what you called it, condo apartment, would he come and stay at that condo or visit you there? I'm sorry, visit you there.
What condo, what apartment? I want to be clear.
So not your house. I know you classified one as house and one as condo, so I'm trying to use those terms.
So but there's been more. See, what you don't understand is because of this case, I got to move. And so I
Ms.
need
Merchant, if you
to,
could ask a more precise question.
yes, please give me the time period. That we're
Mr.
talking
Wade
about.
visit you at the place you laid your head.
When?
Has he ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this. Let me tell you which one you lied in. Right here. I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth,
Judge,
And
this
it is a lie. It is a lie.
Ms. Willis?
You see.
Mr. Seda, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes. Do that in 5.
How often did Mr. Wade visit you at a place where you were living between 2019 and 2021?
So you want to start with the lie that he lived with me in South Fulton in 2019, a home he's never been to? That's one lie you told in your
Judge,
document. No,
Judge, I didn't ask her about that.
Ms. Merchant, I want you to ask a very precise question. I think she's saying and answering that he did not live with her. So why don't we break that up into smaller
Ever.
parts?
And I didn't ask about living.
But you put in your, while we're talking about professionalism, while we're talking about professionalism, she put in 3 different documents
Well,
he
she'll
lived
have
with me.
full opportunity to respond.
In
And filed that with the court.
in
professionally.
2019,
He's never been to South Fulton. In 2019, I lived in South Fulton. He has never been to my residence in 2019, ever, not once.
in
2020?
2019, he's never been to your residence, any place.
I lived in my home in South Fulton before I started getting the threats that were here, a house I paid for with my own sweat and tears. I'm no longer able to live there. But in 2019, I did. And in the 2 months of 2019 that I knew Mr. Wade, 3 months, the beginning of October, all of November, and all of December, Mr. Wade never came to my house in South Fulton. Let me help you out. I lived there in 2020. He never came to my house in 2020, let alone live with me, as you put falsely in these documents. In the first 3 months of 2021, when I could still enjoy my home, Mr. Wade never came to South Fulton, and it is certainly a lie that he lived with me.
So in 2020, so you said 2019, 2020, did Mr. Wade ever visit you at a place that you
He
resided?
has never been to my home in South Fulton. 2020 was before I knew that a phone call was going to be made and I was going to have to abandon my home. As a result thereof, he never visited, lived at, came to, or has seen South Fulton.
You qualified that with your home in South Fulton.
That's where I lived in 2020.
20, did he ever visit you at a place that you resided?
Okay. I don't understand. You're going to give me guidance. In 2020, I
she's-
lived in South Fulton.
Okay.
That's the only place I lived in South Fulton. That's before I had to abandon my home, Judge.
All right.
And at my
Well,
home
I
in
think we're
South
gonna clarify
Fulton,
this. We'll break it
he never came there, okay? So if you don't come someplace, you can't live there.
Ms. Willis, I'm gonna have to caution you. This is gonna be my first time I have to caution you. We have to listen to the questions as asked. And if this happens again and again, I'm gonna have no choice but to strike your testimony.
I did not live anywhere but South Fulton, Georgia in 2020. That is before I began my prosecution of this case, and it was my plan to only live there.
Did Mr. Wade ever visit you at the condo that you leased from Miss Yurdi?
He visited that condo, yes.
He did.
Yes.